So come on, match them. You have to match them. Match these things. You have to match these right in here. Okay. Come on. Zahra, read the second one. First one is done. Aisha.
Asia is A.
It's a continent. Shikiba, next one.
Brazil is a country, sir.
Good. Shazia.
Europe, the fourth one is a continent.
Great. What about the next one? Vietnam. Zahra.
Vietnam is a country.
It's a country. Good. What about Tokyo? Shikiba.
City, sir.
Great. Now, before you listen, think how the categories and items might be related. So you have to think how they relate together. Try to think of other words that express these categories and items. Although, paraphrase the name. This is the part. It could be paraphrase. It could be town, it could be city, it could be large city, it could be small city, it could be country, it could be territory, it could be a nation, it could be anything, continent, it could be, there would be some words to paraphrase them. So you always try, be ready to hear the paraphrases for one part. It could be this part or it could be this part. In this case, this is the part which will be paraphrased because these are the names. Names cannot be names. Hello, Tokyo, for example, in the money heist, Turkey is a person. So Turkey is a Turkey. Its name. It cannot be paraphrased. Have you watched that movie, Money Heist?
No, sir. I heard about that.
Movie. Yes, sir.
Don't miss it. It is the most amazing one I have watched, and because it was amazing. It's such a nice thing and a great thing. You have to watch it. It's from Spanish. Money Heist. It is an English version as well. English. All the Farsi ترجمة كذا بمعنى پولکاسی سریال خانه پولکاسی بسیار خوبش هست یعنی واقعا it's amazing. You have to watch it. I recommend it. حالا چی بهتر از اینکه انگلیسی هم باشه. من خود زبان اسپانیش سعی کردم اول بار که شیر ریلیز شد I couldn't wait to be translated. Yeah?
You know Spanish also, sir?
No, I don't know, but I just watched it with Persian subtitle. All of Farsi subtitle بجور كذا بدأ.
Okay, sir.
دوبله میکرد وقت میگرفت یعنی به اون خاطر I just watched it. حالا چندین روز بود که چندین ماه بود I was just waiting to be released. اما بسیار یعنی خیلی غوغا کرد in movie in cinema world. It just got lots of audience. However, I hope you watched them. Exercise 3, you're going to hear a group of students talking about their natural earth presentation. Listen and match the task 1 to 5 with the person who will do them. They will not be paraphrased. Will be paraphrased. You have to listen here. So I'm playing toward you. Be careful. Read them once. Come on, read them 1 to 5. Read quickly.
We've really got to decide who does what for our Natural Earth project.
Okay, Alice. Well, we've got all our cloud research, so let's decide how to break it down.
Well, we should probably start by saying how clouds are formed.
Good idea. And then maybe move on to the different types of clouds. We can separate it into low-lying, medium level, and high clouds. What do you think, Jenny?
Yes, I think that's a good idea. And we should also make a PowerPoint to make it a bit more interesting and put in pictures of the different clouds. Good idea, Jenny. We should probably have cue cards too. I'm useless at remembering what to say without them.
Yes, me too. Well, I'm quite happy to organize everything we found out about clouds and make sure it fits into our presentation times.
Actually, I'd better do that. I've got all the research on my computer, so it makes sense. How about if you make the presentation slides, Carl?
Okay, Alice, that's fine by me.
Well, if you guys are gonna do that, then I'll look on the internet for pictures of the different types of clouds. That'll be great, Jenny. I'll also make the prompt cards so we don't forget what we're saying during the presentation.
Sounds great. Let's have a run-through on Tuesday. What sections does everyone want to talk about? I don't really mind.
I hate speaking in front of people, so I prefer not to do the introduction. I don't mind. I'll do that. If you don't want to talk much, then why don't you just do the middle bit about the medium level clouds?
Yes, I can do the low level and high level clouds part. I'm sure Jenny can handle the summarizing too.
Thanks, guys. We can all take questions together.
Okay, I can also take the questions. Now, the first one. Organized research. Who is going to do this one?
Sir, B.
Organized research. No.
Sir, that was the boy.
Yeah. The boy has to do with this one. What was the name for the boy?
Sir, the name of boy was number B because Alex and Jenny was the girl.
You're right. So this is B for the first one. What about the second one?
Jenny, sir.
C.
Make PowerPoint
No,
presentation.
I think it was number A, sir.
It was Elise. Oh, Ewood. What about stores cloudy?
Jenny.
Yeah, it was Jenny. What about right key count?
Sir, the second one was B, Carl.
No, Carl was a boy. So boy.
Alice has the hand.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Alice قلت كي ما انترنت دارم نه کامپیوترم دارم میتونم از اون استفاده کنم از زودتر سورس رو جور کنم organize کنم در research. So the first one has to do with girl. Carl would do with make the PowerPoint. What about the third one?
Sir, I think it was Jenny.
Sure, it was Jenny. What about fourth one?
This one also Jenny.
Alice, I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is also Jenny. What about the last one? No, you're wrong. Jenny write a cue card. Who's writing a cue card?
Alice. A.
Alice. What about the last one? Presentation. You do this. Bajay conclusion. You do the summary.
Why?
Why, sir?
No, Jenny.
No, it's Jenny.
Sir, he said I am afraid of. She said I don't like to talk.
Alice said that.
Alice said I didn't want to talk. So she's going with the middle
The
part.
voice was similar, sir. So
Yeah,
it was really tough to.
With the middle part, Jenny قلت كي I'll do only ناخذ بچه قلت you have to do the summary. The summary يعني كي conclusion كده. Conclusion summary كاس. خب let's move on to another type of IELTS question. Diagram است بسیار خوب است. Diagram another nice IELTS tools. And that is an exam. You may have to label a diagram which describes a process. مثل processes. This question type can be found in any section of the exam. You have to complete the diagram by writing the information yourself. بعض وقتا خودشون از آدیو بگیرین اونجا بانین. بعض وقتا از یک choosing from the answers of the list. بعض وقتا list میده از list شما اونجا وانون مطابقی آدیو. You will need to study the diagram before you listen to understand the order of the events. بسیار مهمه. What you have to do. مردم پرسان میکنه که استراتژی چی هست. The strategy is, first of all, you have to be careful about them. Secondly, you have to read the introduction. And thirdly, you have to know the sequence of the presentation. Almost کجا شروع میشه. Number 1 کجاست. Number 2 کجاست. Number 3. چون که اینا به ترتیب میاد. از این میگه که شروع کرد بفهمین که you have to go at the same time. Dear students, you have to look at two of the questions. همزمان یعنی IELTS is a bit tricky, especially in the listening part, because you have to do three things at the same time. Firstly, you have to listen to the audio. Secondly, همزمان باید شما سر ذهن باشن. هر دوی از اینا. هم گوش بدین، هم بخوانین و همزمان باید بنویسین. You have to do three things at the same time. به همون خاطر است که اگه بخواین که شازیه میگه که sir I just lose concentration. Don't lose concentration. You have to look at two questions at the same time. اگه ایش پیش رو مفهومی سرسات خونیش خواست. وقتی که ختم شد بین این سه دیگر بگیرید. همزمان سر ذهن دو فوکس بکنید. ببینید که چه زمانیه که زمان خصوصیت نیتروژن. نیتروژن سینم دیگه نداره. نیتروژن هر زمان گفت بفهمید که هست از زمین گپ میزنه. مثلا اتمسفر خو اینجاست. اتمسفر هر زمان که اینا گفتن یا ویند اینا سرسات جواب شما اینجاست. یا دیپوزیشن یا رین فور اگزامپل رین خو نام است. نام تغییر پیدا نمیکنه. پس نمیشه فقط درست نکنید. at the same time you have to look at two of the question. چی میخواد ولی دو از اینا همزمان بانید. اگه چیزی رفت دیگه چیزی شما نبره. and the other thing is ترتیب is not performing. ترتیب بسیار مهم است. ببخشید از خب میدونم که اینا رو you have to understand them. Especially in here, you may know the answers due to your general knowledge. سیکو امکان داره بعضی جوابا رو شما قبل بلد باشید. But your answers cannot depend on that. حالا فکر نکنید که به نظر ما این سیمه پس این جواب است. نه. You have to listen carefully. اسپیکر چی میگه؟ شاید اسپیکر اون چیزی که شما میفهمین یک چیز دیگه بگه. So do not rely on your knowledge. This is not checking your knowledge. This is checking your understanding and listening capabilities. Look at the diagram which shows how acid rain is formed. To use the clues in the diagram and put the events A to D in the order they occur. خب یک نظری مبارک in the part and have a look at this one. Come on, read everything in here. Come on. بعد چیکار میکنین؟ اینا به ترتیب کنید. مطابق ازی اینا رو شما به ترتیب کنید. اول چیکار اتفاق میفته؟ بعد چی؟ اینجا باید. For example, C اینجا میاد، D ادامهش میاد.
Sir, my phone only have 2% charge. Let me.
Okay.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yep.
And the electrics are also gone. So.
Okay.
I must leave.
Okay. I'm just recording.
Okay, thank you, sir. Do you have any other assignment for tomorrow?
Sure. Full assignment.
Without unit 4.
I'll share them.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Have a nice time.
Thank you.
Hello.
And have you done? Come on, you too.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I think number C is first.
Polluting emission from cities into the atmosphere. Oh, the same thing talks about here. Great. Oh. What about that one?
Fall and weight and dry forms. Then number D, I think. No.
Number D is 4, sir, I think.
Number D, the wave form runs the river, causing more.
Sir, number B.
This fall in weight and dry forms. No.
A.
And the wind carries mixture of pollutant into the atmosphere. This fall. For number 6, the nitrogen oxide emission from car exhaust and polluting emission from cities into the atmosphere. Well, polluting C is coming first, huh?
Yes, I think so.
C is coming first. Nitrogen oxide emission from car exhaust and emission from cities into this falls with this fall in weight and dry forms. The wet forms run into river, causing more pollution. So this is coming the second one. Wind carries. This in Jasmine. Sorry. The wind carries no. Yeah, well, this fall in wet and dry forms. The wet form run into the river, causing more pollution. So this is coming the second one. The wind carries more mixture of the polluting high to the atmosphere, and the third one, the wet forms, they fall in wet and dry forms. No. The wind carries mixture of polluted. Polluting emission from the cities. The fall in the wet and dry forms. The wind carries mixture high into the atmosphere. This is coming after that, and this is coming the third one. Is this clear now?
Yes.
In here it also says تشكيل مش يبالغ واخر الجميع دوباره طابع. This is the same thing in here. Now let's move on to the audio. If you have a level diagram, always write the words you hear on the recording. Do not use your own words. And you have to be careful what the audio says. Don't rely on your knowledge. You're going to hear two students discussing an assignment. Listen and complete the diagram. And exercise 4, write no more than 3 words and or a number. This is the exercise 4. You have to give your answer. Be careful as an answer. Answer 4 khatam.
Track 17.
Hi, Roger.
Debbie, hi, how are you?
Oh, I've been struggling with my natural earth assignment. It's proving to be really difficult.
The one for Professor Black? Me too. I'm writing about volcanic activity. What are you doing yours on?
Acid rain. I thought that would be okay, but the process is really complicated.
Well, I can help you with it. I know a lot about acid rain. I studied the causes and effects last year.
Really? Oh, that's great. I've done some work on the causes. I'm going to write that acid rain is caused by sulfur dioxide from power plants and smelters. Basically, this reacts in the atmosphere to form acid rain.
Ah, but it's not just sulfur dioxide. It's also nitrogen oxides.
Really?
Yes, from things like car exhausts.
But aren't nitrogen oxides also caused by natural events too?
Yes, they're a minor factor, but I think they're worth mentioning. But sorry, carry on.
Thanks. I might add that. So anyway, these emissions react in the atmosphere with water, oxygen, and oxidants to form acidic compounds like sulfuric acid. These compounds then fall to Earth.
Are you going to mention the different ways they return to the ground?
Do you mean wet and dry deposition?
Yes. So you've done a bit of background reading then?
Yes. So if I've got it right, acid rain often comes down as rain, but also as snow or fog. This is wet deposition. I'm also going to define it as any form of precipitation that removes acids from the atmosphere.
Yes, I think that's a...
I think you have to give me the answer. Come on, tell me the first one, Shazia.
Sir,
Shiva, Shazia, anyone of you?
sir, I think power plant or something like that. I
Sure,
cannot.
it's power plant. It's power plant. You're right. What about the second one? Car exhaust and
Natural, sir.
natural what?
Neutral.
Natural events. Natural events. سيكو هلا هذا شو هذا السلام زاد بيت natural events يعني مثلا كذا تبي تفوقي تبي. What about third one? شو يعني؟
Sir, sulfuronic acid, something like that.
I just ما forgot كذا. I just forgot as well. Combined elements in the atmosphere and for. I like now which is equal to I didn't take notes. So maybe let's see something. What about the fourth one? Rain.
Fourth one is snow.
Snow and fog. Oh, see which one moment. Atmosphere and form city compound which you something like that.
No, sir, sulfuronic acid.
No,
Something.
not city, like a city compound. Or a city compound is mostly cloud, like making clouds. Then you can check the answer chaos and maybe but I'm sure, guys. So however, come on, let's practice this one as well. Then it will be over for today. Note completion in the IELTS listening exam. You may have to complete notes. The question type can be found in any section of the exam. You'll need to think about the topic and look at the notes carefully to decide what kind of word is grammatically in space as logic grammar in China. I like about this type of question is again it's very clear. بخشوارش دباریزیه دیدی کسی کو مثلا شما در اینجا سین نمیفهمین که در کجا جواب میکس شده کجا شده طرف سیک پارتمنت یا دیدی که بخی دباری اوتساید گپ میزنه ایف اوتساید بفهمون که جست میست ایرلا کو برسای بچ یا میخوای که ایشام خیر دباری ازیش گپ میزنه سامان گیتس هیت بیاد سرزش اینش بسیار دام کمک میکنه که شما کنفیوز نباشید. Please note and write what kind of words complete each space grammatically. But remember, we can noun may as lots grammar, verb may may. Come on, have a look at them one by one. Come on, students.
The first one, verb, I think, sir.
Go inside before it. So sure. Masal before it comes. Come verb. Before it goes. Verb. Doom she. What about the second one?
Noun, sir.
Excellent. Charaki preposition applies preposition. Excel was not noun. Yeah. What about third one?
Sir,
Maybe, sir, noun, hide and cover your ears.
Okay, hide is the noun or verb?
verb.
Verb,
The
sir.
verb is coming. Okay, चल शुरू जुमला से ना verb में. What about this one? Fourth one?
Noun, sir.
Noun ना चल कि article अच्छी is first. Article is first. What about this one? Don't worry.
Verb.
Adverb. والله نقول adverb means فلا شنو for example adjective. مثلا off كpreposition مش turn off. يا مثلا most of. يا for example few of. You know it's فلا. Now listen carefully and give me your answer, dear students. Let me just okay. Yeah.
Good term to define it.
Dry deposition. Well, I think that's when the pollutants